Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Wednesday, January the 28th, 2026, in the third week after Epiphany. The lectionary reading is from the first chapter of the Gospel of St. Luke. This chapter includes stories about an elderly couple, Elizabeth and Zachariah, and their son John, who will later be called John the Baptist. One late afternoon, Zachariah was performing his priestly duties in the temple when an angel appeared and interrupted him, announcing that God had heard his prayer and that it would soon be answered. He and his wife Elizabeth would have a baby. Zachariah was surprised because he thought it was too late for them. The time had already passed for having a baby. The angel told Zachariah this was good news from God, but since he didn't believe the angel's words, he would be unable to speak until the day the child was born. The congregation waited, eager to know what had happened to Zachariah. And when he finally emerged from behind the altar, he could not speak and communicated through sign language. They realized he had seen a vision in the temple. When Elizabeth, his wife, gave birth to their son, the community celebrated and shared their joy. She named him John, and the community worried she was not following the tradition of naming him after his father. Zachariah signaled for a writing tablet and, to everyone's surprise, wrote, "His name is John." At once, he regained his power of speech and started praising God. The lectionary reading is Luke chapter 1, verses 67 to 79, Zachariah's song of praise to God at the birth of his son John, later called John the Baptist. In his song, Zechariah praised the Lord because he came to help his people and to set them free by providing a mighty Savior. This was a promise the Lord made long ago through his prophets, and now the Lord had remembered his sacred covenant. He praised God for his son, who would become a modern-day prophet when he grew up. And he would go ahead of Jesus to prepare the way and tell the people they could be saved through the forgiveness of their sins. Zechariah's song declared that God was active among his people. God was merciful and gentle, offering hope to a world in danger of losing hope. There would be light for those living in the dark shadows of death, and God would lead their steps along the path of peace.